fast and she's sleek, she's northbound. She's the engineer's love and his pride. Through canyons and mountains of snowbound, it's the great Alaska Railroad I ride. She'll be pulling out of Anchorage when the morning comes around, with her mighty engine shining blue and gold. You can see her passing by you and can hear that wondrous sound. She's a lady and a beauty to behold. Hey, she's fast and she's sleek, she's northbound. She's the engineer's love and his pride. Through canyons and mountains of snowbound, it's the great Alaska Railroad I ride. She was built by hardy sourdoughs who dared the wilderness and broke her with the muscles in their back. Though the wild and winter hounded them, they never took a rest until they laid their many miles of track. Hey, she's fast and she's sleek, she's a northbound. She's the engineer's love and his pride. Through canyons and mountains of snowbound, it's the great Alaska Railroad I ride. Her tunnels and her trestles are a monument to man. You wonder how they ever got them done. But she's screaming up the Fairbanks boys and turning round again. So it's tip your hat and watch the lady run. Hey, she's fast and she's sleek, she's a northbound. She's the engineer's love and his pride. Through canyons and mountains of snowbound, it's the great Alaska Railroad I ride. Oh, it's the great Alaska Railroad I ride.
Like Zach mentioned, there is water in the back on the ground, and there's a bathroom right up here. Sound good? Great. Just let me know if you're ready. Anybody need a map?
Obstacle for construction of our railway hit back in 1898. Through this quarter-mile stretch, 20,000 tons of granite needed to be blasted and removed, and that took over 200 tons of blasting powder and dynamite. Mostly blasting powder though, because instead of exploding in a more dangerous fashion where rocks would go flying, it heaves the rocks, being a much more safe and controlled explosion. It took a total of 450 tons of blasting powder to clear out the entire rail grid. To put that into some easier terms to understand, that is 44 of these passenger coach cars filled entirely to the brim with that black blasting powder.
Buzz. Hi, Samira. Yeah. Here, cameraman. Turn that to 18. To 18. Here, see. Just turn it. Just turn the other one. All the way.
Directly across the valley from us, you're seeing the South Klondike Highway. Highway that most of you will be taking your bus back into Skagway later on. That is the one road in and out of Skagway, and it does give us connection to the rest of the United States. We're one of only 3 towns in southeast Alaska that does have road access, that does go up to Whitehorse, where it reaches with and connects with the Alaska Highway. So you can hang a left at that point and get all the way up to Anchorage, or hang a right and drive to the lower 48. But speaking of roads, look straight down out of your left side.
Here it is. Yeah.
Probably the most difficult part to build. We're beginning to see it cross the valley from us and up. There's going to be 3 big openings in the trees, so let me cross it up for what we call the highlight portion of the track. And yes, folks, that is where we are going. We'll be there in just about 3.5 miles of track as we make a large U-curve here through the warm valley.
See an empty can of bear spray on the side of the tracks. Somebody left some perfectly good firewood right here.
By now, you've all met one of our roaming train agents, either Shirley or Austin. Now these two will be coming back through again shortly, and they can answer any questions you may have, but they also, this time, will not be empty-handed. They will have with them a few souvenirs available for purchase on board. Most of the souvenirs that you see within your magazine are only sold back in our depot trade shop back in town. But they'll have with them 3 items. Item number 1 is our all-aboard cap, and this is sold only on the train. It comes in classic steam engine black with our logo on the front. Skagway, Alaska is embroidered on the back, and it is fully adjustable with a nice Velcro strap, so one side. Looks like the clouds are cooperating today. We are treated with some amazing views Looking straight to your left and up, you're looking up at the towering peaks of the Sawtooths. The Sawtooths tower to 7,000 feet of elevation there, the tallest mountains that we'll see from the train today. Then looking more forward off the left-hand side in the distance,
Get
it
that.
looks like a snowy pocket there that is all glacial ice. That is the Carmack Glacier that feeds Breneville Falls that we saw earlier on. You're also going to want to look up off your right-hand side. In the next mile stretch, there's a few good openings and a few amazing box canyons. Those are rock formations of the one off the right-hand side. So don't miss out on that over the next few 5 or so minute stretch.
I don't know, honey. I've never been on this train before.
Section of our track with a 3.9% grade, meaning that for every mile of track, we gained over 200 feet of elevation. We're coming up to a spot that we call Slippery Rock. It's just a sheer rock face, and they had to cut our 14-foot wide rail bed to the right. Now looking forward up the left-hand side, you'll see the wood trestle and the opening of the tunnel ahead of us. On the right-hand side, as we cross over that wood trestle, is a great view of the gorge as well. Looks like we've got our sister train down below us to the left. Hopefully you're all smiling, because I know you're taking pictures of them, they're also taking pictures of us. And when you enter that tunnel, it's going to be very dark inside, pitch black in fact. Do be ready for that, about 10 seconds.
Oh my. It's gorgeous.
This is a picture over the beautiful.
There's an armadillo. Take a picture of the train.
Yeah, I thought more, but
Zoom in. Now zoom back out.
at that time, it was the largest railroad bridge of its kind in North America, spanning across this large glacial gap several hundred feet high. It was built from opposite ends, connecting in the middle, and it was built also in the dead of winter, so men had to rotate in and out of warming huts to prevent getting hypothermia and frostbite. And you notice that it does look a little rusty, and some of the timbers have begun to fall down. Now don't worry, we will not be crossing it today. That was retired back in 1969. At that point, we started using more of these diesel-electric engines that are much heavier than these steam locomotives. And we started hauling lots of zinc ore from White Pass down to our port, up to 500,000 tons of that zinc ore every year. So they decided maybe it was time to give that bridge a much-deserved retirement. So we passed it on by. We're going to be hiking a sharp left-hand curve to cross over the Skagway River for the final time today. You're going to want to look at the views off of either side as you cross this next bridge. You'll see the headwaters flowing down below us on the right, or you can see the water flowing below the bridge on the left. We're then entering our second and longest tunnel of the day. This one stretches over 650 feet long, nearly 3 times longer than the last one. So you'll have 30 seconds or more in pitch black darkness.
Get that camera over here, Barry. I want you to take a picture of that train going across. Take a lot. Take.
Freeze over with several feet of ice every winter time, but yes, there are fish in this lake, both Arctic grayling and lake trout.
Trees are super short. I guess we're too high up for the trees to grow. What's our elevation?
Takes 10 seconds.
We can let her try.
Yeah.
We gotta switch it back. Well, it won't have it on this. It only has it on the selfie phone. Okay. Only on the selfie phone. Ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Spotted mangoes, but I don't think that they're real. They're cool anyway though. Zoom back out. It was hard to do a handful of stuff. But we're in the Yukon, we're in Carcross. And my wife's gonna go, Andrew's gonna go sled dog riding. It's a little expensive for both of us to do it, so we agreed she would do it while I filmed it. And we're gonna eat lunch. There's another mountain goat. Let's go say hi to this one. And I don't know if you can hear it, but off in the distance is the sound of many, many, many dogs. Because I think at the end of the sledding you get to pet the dogs. I hope I get to as well. See if I can get a little closer to that sound. I don't see him, but I can definitely hear him.
Well, way up in Alaska, the state that stands alone, there's a dog race run from Anchorage in the Nome. And it's a grueling race with a lightning pace, with the chilly winds do wail beneath the northern lights, cross snow and the ice that's called the Iditarod Trail. Well, give me a team and a good lead dog and a sled that's built so fine, and let me race those miles to Nome 1049. Then when I get back to my home, hey, I can tell my tale. I did the Iditarod Trail. Well, the race, it won't be easy for the masters of the trail, and some of them will make it and some of them will fail. But just to run that race takes a tough and a hardy breed, and a lot of work done by the dogs that run across snow with a whistling speed. Well, give me a team and a good lead dog and a sled that's built so fine, and let me race those miles to Nome 1049. Then when I get back to my home, hey, I can tell my tale. I did the Iditarod Trail. Well, just pulled out of safety, I'm on the trail all alone. I'm doing fine and I'm picking up time and I'm running on in the Nome. There are no sled tracks in front of me and no one on my tail. I did the Iditarod Trail. Well, give me a team and a good lead dog and a sled that's built so fine, and let me race those miles to Nome 1049. Then when I get back to my home, hey, I can tell my tale. I did the Iditarod Trail. I did the Iditarod Trail.
Water break.
Mammoth, line out. Hey, mammoth, mammoth. Hey, hey, line out. Hey, mammoth. Hey, mammoth, mammoth.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go. Come on, boy. Mammoth is 11 and he's like, I did a lot of ride in my life, now I want to do what I want. So we have this pool for the dog because they're used to run in the winter and they love cold weather, like really cold, like minus 20, minus 30. So it's warm for the dog now, not for us, but for the dog. And they need water to cool off, they don't sweat like us, so if they want they can go in. This is the first ride of the day, it's raining, so they're pretty fine. Yeah. I can take some pictures if you want. I can go with your camera. Hey, Vicky!
Oh man, hold on.
You know every dog.
Yeah, and we have 140 dogs. Every day,
Every single name?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very important. Dogs, like personality and the name. And you have to know who is friend with who. For example, the last one, Sarah can't friend with Peggy because they're gonna fight for sure.
Any of those dogs are aggressive to the people?
No, these dogs are very friendly. I'm a friend. So I spent my last winter in Quebec learning with the dogs. Yeah. And now I'm here for the season and maybe more.
Quebec, they speak French.
Yeah. So this dog can run 10 hours in a row, 10 miles an hour. Yeah, a lot of people do 100 miles, have a break, 100 miles, have a break. And when you are in a race for 1,000 miles, you start with 16 dogs, and just keep in a small place, you have to be back at 66 dogs. There is a lot of checkpoints during the race, and you can drop off your dog if you think it's like too tired or sick. And one of your staff just comes to pick up the dog.
It's cold, I'm going to sleep.
This is warm for them. He's so happy. How precious. Good babies. Trying to take this thing down with a spear.
I'm trying to take on a lion with a butter knife.
Wow. Here's the antelope. Big old buffalo. It's a bison. It's a polar bear. Hi, Spirit. I don't have any food still. So, sorry about that. Are we friends? Are we friends? I think you're a pretty horse.
You're pretty baby.
I think you're good. Oh, no. No food, no pets. I have a Siri that's just like you.
Oh, no. Don't eat the camera. Bye, Spirit. Beautiful
Bye,
girl.
Spirit.
Boy.
Like the earthquakes happen. And you can see the glacier straight above that feeds that waterfall. It's pretty cool. It's more glacier. This creek here with the waterfall and the glacier and the bridge is all named after Captain William Moore. He's the guy who founded Skagway, and by founded, I mean he took it from the natives. So, there's that. The reason they're building another bridge off to the right, and that's because it's too hard to fix. So here, that waterfall on the right. It's not that it's too hard to fix. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. It's that it's a lot of work to maintain, and they think it's too much work, so they're just going to build a whole new bridge. They're going to try to make it all land, so they're filling all of this in with stuff. It is a bit of a drop. If anybody is scared of heights, you can do what I do. Close your eyes.
In the Caribou tundra, in the wild barren land, on the fierce Arctic ice where the polar bears stand, where the trail of the Eskimo hunter is worn. This is the country where legends are born, where the northern lights blaze above a cold Arctic haze, and caribou come to an old shaman's drum. In saloons and in dance halls they talked of the gold. There were stories of fortune, stories of cold. The trail of the weary gold miner is worn. This is the country where legends are born, where they measured a man by the gold in his hand, the speed of his gun, or the dogs he would run. We came here to settle, to build a new land. In her mountains and valleys, in their cabins they stand. The trail of the hardy homesteader is worn. This is the country where legends are born. These fields you see now were broke by their plow, and their children have grown to build homes of their own. And in the Caribou tundra, in the wild barren land, on the fierce Arctic ice where the polar bear stands, where the trail of the Eskimo hunter is worn. Ah, this is the country where legends are born.
South, so we'd have to be on aft of the ship. But what's incredible is this evening is what many have said is the most beautiful view in Southeast Alaska, all of Southeast Alaska. So as long as it continues to clear and we lose some of these squalls, this is maybe the second time all summer when it hasn't been blowing about 50 miles an hour here. This place is a blow. So we got lucky this evening, and it's pretty calm out, and hopefully that will continue. And You know, I suppose I should talk about Princess Sophia and the fact that a lot of ships have sunk in Thai Inlet because the weather, as Libby would put it, can go bum. And in 1918, when the Princess Sophia, a cruise ship, south of Juneau, it's actually got a marker on it now, but yeah, she ran aground and it was stormy. And the storm continued to build until the waves were 30 feet high. And the wind was blowing 100 miles an hour. The captain would not give the evacuate order. And the tide washed them more onto the reef and pulled the ship. And the same. And everybody was lost. It was on us. And, you know, Annie Oakley, Wyatt Earp, I mean, there were some real, there's a guy by the name of Nordstrom's, and in one of the journals it describes him as a natty dresser. Yeah, really? 4 generations ago. And of course, you know, Jack London. He was only 21 years old when he stepped ashore in Alaska in 1897. Set on finding his fortune in gold. He'd been starving in a garret. Trying to be a writer. He looked really boyish and threadbare. But he was quite a character. America, like I said, was suffering from acute. I can't think of it. I'll think of it in a minute. But there are 2 of them that are just maybe, we're going to pass the Kazakhstan River, and it'll be just a little bit past there. There's a sea lion rookery off the port side, and off the starboard side are these 2 hanging glaciers. They used to be tidal glaciers, but they no longer reach into the sea. But all the way through here, you can see, I mean, from where I'm sitting right now, I can see 15 remnant glaciers. You can still see the crevasses and the seracs, and how the blue. And the glaciers have just receded now until they're just back up into the cirques that began to collect the snow in the beginning. So off the port side coming up is a big, long land spit that is the outwash of the Kazakhstan River. You'll notice as you get to that point that our green Taya Inlet water will be cut by brown outflow, which is glacial silt-laden fresh water. And it's quite a stratification. It's almost like a sharp line is cut.
It's not 6 o'clock yet, sorry. It's 5:30. But how is it after 5 o'clock and the Wheelhouse bar is not open? Apparently it's not 5 o'clock everywhere. She goes upstairs.
Yeah.
Promenade does. When I time this with the treadmill, I'll have to incline it. I don't think I've ever breathed fresher air in my life. Man. I think I have, but I know I have.
So that is going to. So within the glacier itself, the whole bunch of water, right?
Well, I lost my wife. I think I'll turn around.
They're on the 16th.
Yeah.
I saw something and I said, I don't know if that is.
It is it. That is it.
It is.
It is it. But, I mean, you know, it might not have been spectacular.
It was not spectacular. I was like, I hope it's, you know,
But-
I've seen on TV. It was
Well,
much more
okay,
spectacular.
when 2 nights ago was not spectacular.
Those white poopy rocks. But there's no sea lions there. They haven't come back. Well, the strawberry and rainbow glaciers, there you go, came from my deep memory. It is off the starboard side. And then these ones off the port side are just kind of stunning, really, how they've melted back so far. I don't even know that one.
Got a line.
But later on this evening, let me tell you what to expect here. We will be going by one of the most famous lighthouses in Alaska. It's the first lighthouse, the oldest lighthouse, and it's called Eldred Light, and the lighthouse was built on Eldred Rock. It's like a really spooky story about another
But there it is.
ship disaster that happened where everybody died.
That's what we want to think about.
Like 10 years later, there was a storm, and all these bodies washed up on Eldred Rock. And they did until it went for 10 years. They were from that, you know, and lighthouse people
Is her name
just
Stephen
freaked
Miller?
out. Yeah. But there's some really beautiful waterfalls coming up on the port side also. And Eldred Rock, you can see, it's way out in front of us, but it wasn't even up now, you could see it. And Sarah Eldred was Marcus Baker's wife, and that's what the rock is named for, Sarah. And,
It's warm air, but it's stinky air, whatever that was.
geographer,
Not sure what that was. Apparently they have a rendering plant on board.
There's a mountain named after him up in Silver Sound, which is considered a must climb to prepare for climbing Denali. If you climb Marcus Baker, you can certainly get up Denali. And just this whole little stretch in here now for the next about 35 minutes is exquisite off both sides of the ship. A little bit later, after the light, about 20 minutes after the light, we'll be passing Juneau and Hamgoon Island and Hamilton Island and
Taking pictures. Absolutely.
And you'll be able to see just before the moment that we get to Hamilton Island, this end of it, you'll be able to see the Herbert Glacier, which is quite a huge glacier. And it's a tidal
One of my favorite parts
but
of the
it's
ship
kind of
right
hidden
here.
a little bit until you get right to the southern border. And then you can see the really So the lighthouse is going to be the starboard side. And I'm going to leave you guys. We have a talk tomorrow morning. I don't know what time it is though. Sea day, and the schedules are going along because it's pretty rehearsals going on right now. So check your rehearsal pattern. It's going to be the nitty-gritty of the Iditarod Trail. We're just going to tell war stories from the old days. It'll be fun. But I will see you all then. Have a lovely evening.
whole thing? We came out at the wheelhouse. Are you really? It's not that cold. I'm very comfortable right now. I think it's this jacket. It's a windbreaker. Indeed. It's breaking wind all over the place. I didn't catch that massive eye roll on the camera here. How funny it would be just to film those people eating dinner.
I think he was
Bye.
on the elevator with us.
All right.
The funny guy that was making jokes with you.
Battery's almost dead on this thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah, the other one's on the charger, right?
No, it's in my bag.
Oh, it's in the bag. Okay.
Well, we're out of service.
I figured.
Oh, no, I got service again. Hold on.
Still?
I got service.
Okay.
One more post.
One more post. You can do it. I thought Instagram cut you off.
Facebook did.
Oh, of course. I think this is where we came out at, right? Or is it down farther?
All the way down.
All the way down. Okay. Okay. No, that's not the wheelhouse. Never mind. Wish I could go up there. Nope. No dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour. Oh.
She's getting it.
All the clocks have different times on them. It's weird.